2019. He pushed 8-0 prospect Jalan Walker to the limit. He earned a 6-round split draw. So he's the kind of fighter, and he's saying this in boxing circles, he provides professional resistance is what he does.
That's a nice way to put it, professional resistance, meaning that he's going to give you a great fight. Is he the top fighter? No, but Dato is what he's showing now.
But Dato is, when he lets his hands go, he's extremely quick. His hand speed is apparent. He's got power. And when it comes to the speed and the tenacity that Dato exhibits, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that he's managed by Leo Santa Cruz.
A big tradition we're seeing. We saw Casimiro last week. Now we're seeing Dato here. We're going to see Mansayo a little later. So a nice stable of Philippine fighters coming up.
No question about it. And also, coming event tonight, Robert Guerrero, Victor Ortiz. Talk about a throwback fight.
I think Ortiz is going to be ready for this fight.
Well, he's been working with Freddie Roach for the past 2 years. We last saw Victor Ortiz 2.5 years ago against Devin Alexander. For Robert Guerrero, he's coming off of nearly a 2-year layoff as well. Obviously, over a year of that due to COVID-19, and neither man fought in those quote-unquote bubble life scenarios.
In Guerrero's case, he's healed up.
Big right hand, though, by Contreras.
But it gives you time to heal, and that's why we're going to see a great fight between Guerrero and Ortiz.
Well, if it's any indication thus far what we've seen tonight, our previous 2 fights have been action-packed, and this one is following suit.
You have one thing, you don't want, after the fight is over, saying, oh, your fight was the only dub here. 3 great fights and you were the bad one. So anybody's psyched, that's a great fight.
Well, and then also, coming up, the first pay-per-view fight, it'll feature Oscar Escandon, so he will be in the officially, since now, being under the guidance of Ismael Salas, who incidentally will be the lead trainer for your Benazugas when he makes his walk to the ring tonight against Manny Pacquiao.
And Salas wants to give Freddie Roach a little taste of what could be coming up in the main event. So both of these fighters are going to be ready.
And 2 high-level trainers in Freddie Roach and one Ismael Salas. There's an overhand right for Dato. Dato is 28 years of age. There's an overhand right that sprays Contreras.
I'm not going to say you told me this yesterday, Ray, but they said that they're going to attack that midsection of Pacquiao. It looks a little soft and old. Did you see it that way?
Was he as ripped and shredded as we have been accustomed to? No, but he's also 42 years of age. He's going to be 43 in December. The fact that he's still fighting at this level is just on a different plane. My goodness, down goes Dato.
Whoa! Unexpected here. The big favorite goes down, and he's dazed.
What a turn of events here as Contreras has put down John Dato.
Oh, and you can feel it now. He's going for it.
John Dato in some trouble. Could an upset be brewing here in Las Vegas? The one thing about Dato, he stayed in the pocket too long and he paid a big price.
And he's still in there. You think he would take a breather for a couple of seconds. That's not the case. Stars are lining up there. We see the great Joe Goose and Brian Kenny getting ready for the pay-per-view.
Dato, he's got bruises outside of on his right cheek. A little bit of blood as well. He got lit up by Angel Contreras.
I don't think he expected this kind of brawl, but it's happening now.
But now look at Dato go. He's attacking the body, and the Filipino fans voicing their support of John Dato.
There it goes. Now he looks like he's totally recuperated. But he was in bad shape about 30 seconds ago.
We'll take a look back at that in-between rounds. But this is a big round for Angel Contreras, and his confidence is soaring. Well, there's a right hand that connected for Contreras.
Nice combination there, Contreras. Oh, that little right eye looked like it might be closing. But Contreras right on top of him. He feels this fight.
Considerable swelling on the right side of the face of John Dato followed by blood streaming from his nose. This has been a high-contact, very physical affair between Contreras and Dato. Big round for Contreras.
Nope.
And now Dato is having to deal with adversity for the first time in his professional career, as Dato is coming off of a win. The last time we saw him, December 13, 2019, before the pandemic, a knockout win over David Godinez. And there is a belief in the corner of Angel Contreras that he could really attain this upset, and it was even further with that knockdown of Dato in the third round.
And Dato at least had to do the same damage, which Contreras' defense is avoiding that, although Dato is turning it on a bit here. So this corner was very adamant. They think they can win this fight.
We are into round number 4. This one's scheduled for 8. Ray Flores, Felix De Jesus here. It is the prelims of Pacquiao and Ugas. We go live on pay-per-view in just over 40 minutes. Make sure that you join us in what could be Manny Pacquiao's final fight. Will Pacquiao once again recapture his welterweight championship, or will your Dennis Ugas pull the upset, as he is a sizable underdog heading into tonight's main event?
He did a great job there in the corner, Dato, because that right eye was looking really, really bad. The swelling went down a bit.
It is important to, as a prize fighter, to have a quality cut man. I think one of the best cut men in the business, Mike Rodriguez.
Oh, of course.
And it's almost one of those things that you want to have a quality cut man in your corner as an insurance policy, just in case you need it, because how many times have you seen quality cut men that have prolonged a fighter's ability to continue in a fight, and they get the victory, thus changing the trajectory of their career?
And even with bad cuts, they were able to revive the boxer sort of in the corner. And again, kudos to the job they did for Dato. Let's see if it translates to some good job here in this round.
Well, Dato is slowing down a little bit, but nonetheless, we have seen a compelling matchup, and now Contreras sort of very nonchalantly, he had his hands by his side.
A lot of confidence now by Contreras. He feels like Dato can't hurt him.
Well, the last time that Contreras won was back on October 30th, the third-round technical knockout win over a local journeyman, quote-unquote. But I will say that, one, Contreras looks terrific thus far. You would never think that he is just a quote-unquote a high-level, professional opponent.
In boxing, a punch could change a fight. That could happen tonight in any of the fights for the pay-per-view. That's what boxing is.
And Contreras saying, come on, bring it, let's go.
Just fighters that have always come to fight.
And speaking of coming to fight, Angel Contreras has come to fight against John Dato, as has Dato. Dato looking to remain undefeated. He's 14-0 with one draw. Contreras 10-4-2. And also, Felix, we appreciate every single one of you joining us here on our PBC, on Fox, prelim portion here on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you so much for supporting the sport of boxing. Without you, none of this would be possible. So thank you for your support and your passion for the sport of boxing.
Definitely. Totally agree with that. Dato has shown a little more, but again, it's Contreras who's staying steady in this fight. And for Dato, this is big. This is big. It's basically Manny Pacquiao's night, and if he loses, it'll be a blow.
Yeah, you don't want to start off the night. The Filipinos, especially, they are very proud of where they come from and representing their country. You don't want to start off the night with Manny Pacquiao on a sour note, losing for your country. They are very aware of that. They take their nationalistic pride to heart.
Yep. Dato trying to step it up. He knows the importance of him coming up ahead, but Contreras will have none of that. He's on top of him all the time.
And again, Felix, it is a matchup between Mexico and the Philippines, and we are seeing, action in this fight. That's pretty much the DNA of that rivalry.
Wow. Surprise tonight so far has been Contreras. I didn't expect him to be so game for tonight.
Well, he looks in very good physical shape. This is probably the best that we have heard of Dato that are echoing here at T-Mobile Arena, but Contreras just ripped off a three-punch combination.
Definitely slowed him down when he knocked him down with the uppercut. And it takes a while. It takes, a few minutes for you to get back to the boxing style that you trained all these months to put this fight.
Dato still bleeding from his nose. His trunks have been decorated in some of the blood from his nose, largely in part to those right hands from Contreras.
You look at that record, 10-4-2, and you're like, journeyman, but journeyman no more.
Like he's a journeyman at his fight.
Yeah.
And they both continue to fight to the end of the fifth. Contreras can win this fight and upset one, John Dato.
He has a couple more rounds to go. There we go.
Well, Dato started off in the first couple rounds, and he was really letting his hands go. He was applying the pressure, and since that knockdown, he hasn't been as active and as aggressive. And you could attribute it to the fact that he might be a little bit reluctant to, quote-unquote, pull the trigger, Felix.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to go in. If he does, he has to show that Contreras is a little hurt, because he got caught with that hook and with that uppercut, and he's maintaining his distance.
Well, and I'm not a doctor by any stretch of the imagination, but the blood continues to stream from the nose of Dato. Do you think it could be broken, Felix?
Yeah, I think that at least the orbital might be severely damaged, if not broken.
Because the blood is streaming with frequency. It's not a ton, but it is enough to just continue to leak. And he's got a cut outside of above his left eye as well.
Yeah, so you don't know if that's coming from the inner eye. Oh, he almost went down again. Contreras is just on top of him, Ray. So that might come from either a little vein that's flowing through the nose. Something's happening where it's just a nice flow coming out, or a steady flow.
Well, it's one of those items when you have a fighter from Mexico against a fighter from the Philippines, you can pretty much throw off the records because they're going to fight in a phone booth, essentially.
That's right, and then Contreras just keeping up with the tradition. I am sure Dato did not expect this kind of fight.
Well, I mean, he started off strong, and then Contreras really with that right uppercut. And also the fact that Contreras has been able and was able to withstand the early bigger shots from Dato.
Could be very close. Losing his first fight. He has to step it up because Contreras so far is winning this fight. From my perspective, the judges might have something different.
Well, I think Dato needs something big as you look towards round 7 and 8 because Contreras, to me, is landing the cleaner punches, especially here in the 6th round. You couple that with a 10-8 round, and I would give the edge to one Contreras.
Yes, and I think that the anxiety in the corner of them pressing him is because they didn't think they were going to win. And they're seeing the opportunity now.
Well, it is within grasp, that's for sure. But Dato is undefeated. He hasn't been in the ring since December of 2019, so the ring rust might be a factor. There's a nice right hand to punctuate the 6th for Contreras. Is helping to let Contreras know you've got to fight for the full 3 minutes over the course of this 8-round fight. You need to fight hard for 24 minutes and do not let this guy off the hook.
Yes, I think that's the game plan. And he's showing it.
Especially with the fact that Contreras is winless in his last 3 fights. 0-2-1 over the course of that time period.
It's unbelievable the way he's fighting tonight that he can have that kind of record in his last 3 fights. But I would go back and see the opponents because he's showing a lot tonight.
It could be a case as well, Felix, that he might not have gotten up for those previous opponents. And when you look at a guy like Dato, who's undefeated from the Philippines, who has spent some time, doing some conditioning work with Manny Pacquiao, that, look, you know what? I'm going to surprise this guy. I'm going to come in the best shape of my life and put on the performance of my life.
Nice combination there by Contreras. Dato holding on. And it's just the event. You're here, you're in Vegas, you're under the Pacquiao-Ugas fight. You might...
Nice right uppercut there by Contreras. And backpedaling is Dato. Dato might have gotten hurt. That right uppercut hurt Dato, and he
He knows the world is watching Contreras and this big fight. And he's demonstrating it so far. And then another combination. Oh, wow.
Oh, there's a nice left hook to the body by Contreras.
Dato has definitely slowed down a bit.
And Dato, his face is starting to show even more signs of wear and tear. Blood continues to flow from the nose. It's now flowing with more frequency here in the 7th round.
You said a lot of pride, and I don't know if Dato wants to go back into the where all the fighters are at and have Pacquiao take a look at him, because definitely a downer for Dato.
Well, Contreras has certainly silenced the Filipinos that are in attendance here with his work rate and the fact that he's getting the better of the exchanges with landing the bigger shots.
Must be cheering in Monterrey, Mexico, after seeing the job so far, and anything can happen in boxing, that Contreras is doing.
Well, John Dato's undefeated record hangs in the balance. Under 30 seconds to go. And don't forget, we are under a half hour away until we go live on pay-per-view with Manny Pacquiao, your Dennis Ugas. We have Robert Guerrero, vicious Victor Ortiz, an old school fight in the third main event, a 10-round matchup, and expect a lot of slugging in that one, Felix.
Definitely. What a night so far. Fox also had some good fights. The fights here on social media have been great.
Now, Frank Martin picking up a win on the right field. That Maxayo is ready to make that move. They believe, Manny Pacquiao Promotions, they feel that Maxayo could be very special. And if he's successful against Julio Sejam, then he will punch his ticket to be the #1 contender for the WBC featherweight crown, currently held by Gary Russell Jr. But now we are into the 8th round. Ray Flores Felix de Jesus. John Dato coming out strong now, and now he's got Contreras backwards. Look at how the tide changes. Dato, his face is a bloody mess. He's taking several big shots. There's a left hook that connects, and the Filipino fans making some noise now.
Yeah, he's come alive here in this last round. He needs a knockout, I think. Let's see. He's putting a lot of pressure. Still Contreras trying to keep him away with the check. Oh, nice uppercut there.
Look at this exchange. They both have been exchanging savagely here in the 8th round.
They know the importance of this fight for both fighters. They're looking to stay on the winning streak.
This is the kind of fight. Oh, big shot over the top of the head of Contreras. I wish this was a 10 or 12 round fight instead of an 8 round fight.
Yes.
Oh, that took to the bloody body.
I think Contreras can feel it. I think he's definitely going to try his best to hold on here, because Dato is coming alive.
Well, Dato wobbled Contreras early in that 8th round. There's a big right hand spraying Contreras, but back comes Contreras.
Oh, nice combination there by Contreras.
This has been a war of attrition between these two. And this is the prelims. We haven't even had pay-per-view yet.
That's what this night is all about. Great boxing. Legends.
Look, the one thing I can guarantee you, and I very rarely do I ever say that I can guarantee you anything, but I will guarantee you that you're going to get some exciting fights tonight with Manny Pacquiao, your Dennis Ugas. This card is certainly entertaining, and you will enjoy what you see, because these guys are going to bring in all 8 fighters on our pay-per-view portion.
All 4 fights are great. They'll be good fights.
John Dato, we'll see if he can get deep clean. He had one last burst. Oh, it's a big right hand as he gets lit up from Contreras.
Now he's just trying some haymakers here. And Contreras' game plan is just to keep attacking, and he's done it. He's done it all night.
10 seconds.
Oh, man.
They go toe-to-toe to end the fight. Fantastic matchup here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Max DeLuca saw it 78-73, and judges Patricia Morse-Jarman and Judge Dave Moretti both saw it 77-74. All 3 in agreement for your winner by unanimous decision, Angel Contreras.
So on him, Contreras upsets John Dato.
crazy right now. They didn't expect this. It happened. A lot of guts shown by Contreras, and he gets the victory, and this will hopefully get him better things, better
And
wins.
still to come. Go ahead and check out the Fox Sports app and order Manny Pacquiao your